Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here in the Fuzzy Biker Garage, and check this little hot rod out. It's a very interesting bike. Another one of those Baxter Custom Works motorcycles. Just look that hot rod over. Nothing about this is ordinary. Everything about it's been, well, look at the front end. I mean, just wow, you know. They call this, I think they're calling it the Trailblazer. I was going to call it the camper, but it's really not made for camp. You can camp on it. It's got lots of, you know, attachment point for bags, and they've got a single bag on this side. They wanted to leave this one off because, well, we've got that nifty AEW pipe on there, 2-in-1 pipe. It's got YSS shocks. It's got these amazing Shinko, I think they're Shinkos. Yeah, Shinko tires on the back. E705 it says on the rear. And on the front, the same thing. Great big old Shinko. You know, spoke wheels, aluminum rims. Just a gorgeous thing. There's so much going on. So what is it? It's a Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 that has been Baxter cyclized, or Baxter Custom Works, you know, ran through the shop, so to speak. And there's just a lot of little detail on there. I'm going to put about at least 200. I'm going to go 200 miles northeast of here today. I got some business to do up there, and then you know, come home tomorrow. So I'll put at least 400 miles on this, at least, and that's if I don't get distracted, right? But so let's just start on the front. Just look at this whole front end. So we've got that massive Shinko tire on the front there. Trailmaster Shinko Trailmaster tire, you know, on the spoke rim, all blacked out. Just everything about this is blacked out. Got this raised fender up here, jack that up, the fork boots, Pico blinkers, this incredible LED headlight right there. We'll look at that in a second. But jumping over here, you know, sump guard, beautiful pipe. Just look at that pipe, and you'll love the sound. I think it'll really, I love it. We took a bike to Wyoming, a bike like this a couple weeks ago actually. Had the AEW 2-in-2s. Well, this is the AEW 2-in-1 pipe, and it sings a beautiful song too. Engine crash guards, lots of stuff going on here. Jumping up this way, look at this front end. You know, these special, wow, look at the bend in those. I like that. Those are cast pieces holding this LED light. I wonder what that looks like. Holy cow. The camera will mute that, but that's really got a look to it. I got to tell you. Wow. Hey, let's try the blinkers while we're at it. Very bright. Check the back one out. Oh yeah, they're intense. Very intense. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, while we got that lit up, let's keep on looking. They put this little tiny speedo right here. This nifty guard here to kind of finish things off. Bar risers, first time I noticed that. Bark busters right here. That should be fun. Bar end mirrors. Grip tape. Kind of a nifty grip tape, isn't it? This little Royal Enfield crash bar. Then jumping up here to the tank. You know, it's got the red, the gold, the black. Those are Royal Enfield colors. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Got this nifty little package here. You can put these bags on both sides if you want. This one's set up with one bag right now. They've got this map holder. I don't know what map that is, but that is what we call old-fashioned GPS. Running back this way, got this nifty tail bag. Can't read what it says. And they've got this great side bag. And I'm gonna be using this today. I'm gonna put some stuff in there. Looks like that's a water bottle holder there. I'm gonna put some stuff in there. I'm going to fill this up. I'm going to put my camping pack. I think it's a larger bag. I've got all my camping gear. I'll put that on top. And I've got a special package I'm going to take with me that we're going to go up north with. But look at that whole back end. Just an absolutely fabulous thing. Oh, the taillight. Look at that. Nifty LED taillight. Shorty fender on the back end. They have done a fabulous job. Look at these mounts for tying things down right there. And again, the YSS shocks. Just a beautiful bike. You know what? I am going to get my gear on, and I will catch up with y'all in a little bit. Wahoo! Howdy, we have rolled about 210, 220 miles on that little hot rod. We are in northeast Iowa, up by Nashua, Iowa, Plainfield, Iowa, that area. This is my family church here, the cemetery over yonder. The reason we are here is they're burying my father today. He died last October. We have his remains here today, so the little hot rod just ran like a dream. Very comfortable. I think if it was mine, I would get the touring seat. I got spoiled on that. It was a comfortable seat, but I think for long rides it'd be better. The YSS suspension was terrific. It needs to be adjusted to me, but it was better than standard for sure. And these tires are really something else. I don't know what to think about those. I do like the way they worked on the gravel. I did about 2 miles of gravel. They are terrific, fabulous. The pipe sounds great. The thing ran like a dream. Didn't miss a beat the whole way up here. I don't know if I should confess this, but I ran out of gas. So I did 210, 220 miles in 3 hours flat, literally flat. And that counted to I went down the ramp. There was the gas station, ran out of gas, had to push the bike, I don't know, half a mile maybe. My bad. So why did that happen? Well, I could give you lots of reasons, but the primary one was daydreaming. I was on the road and I was thinking about this and thinking about that and reminiscing about my dad and things like that. You know, I've known the guy since, well, I was born, so all kinds of good things and all kinds of bad things, and mostly good things. Just the guy was a great man. He did a lot. You know, very didn't have two nickels to his name, but he traveled the whole world many times over. He was a very creative person in that sense. And this is where he grew up. His grandma and grandpa's home is literally right over that hill, just right over that cornfield. There's an old farm there, and that's there. That was that's where he went for Sunday dinner every Sunday. And then their farm was, I don't think you can see it from here, but it's just a couple miles, maybe 2 miles that way. And they went to school and did all kinds of stuff here. He talked about his grandpa taking him to school by sleigh. You know, he was born in 1929, so he lived in a house without, he never had, the home house never had electric or indoor plumbing the whole time he lived there until he didn't get that until he got, you know, an adult. But anyway, the bike, back to the bike. It's a beautiful thing. I love these things. I really need one of my own. I would love to have one. This one, like I said, except for the seat, and the seat's fine, but I would put the touring seat on it. It would just perform like a dream. What about no windshield? Well, I've got this really cool showy helmet, so the Neotech 2, and you know, that acts like a really cool windshield. You know, it's aerodynamic. The wind flows around it. It just performed like a dream. You know, everything worked really well together. You know, very, very good thing. Just a good-looking bike, isn't it? Got some bugs on it now. You know, I guess this is to protect this stuff here, just make it look cool. The gauge was something else. It was off just a little bit. I've got this GPS one here that I used. Look at these bugs on the hand guards. The mirrors are interesting. I think they're good mirrors, and I liked them. They seem a little small, but I don't think they're any smaller than like the Royal Enfield ones. I just think that the Royal Enfield mirrors are probably higher quality, more perfect, you know, glasses better. They were good. And then the hand tape, I did like that. I had light gloves on, so that worked pretty well. I kept my GoPro in the bag over here, right there, and that worked really nice. Like I said, you can get another bag for the other side if you need it. Got my water right there. I've got some clothes and stuff in here, my camping gear right here, stuff in there. Just a beautiful machine. Great ride, just a great ride. Mesa Interstate, it just hummed along 80, 90 miles an hour, keeping up with traffic. It worked beautifully. It worked beautifully. Just, you know, I've often thought, I've got a 650 Super Meteor, and I love that bike. That's a great highway bike. But a good, you know, regional bike would be something like this. This is a more do-it-all bike. If you only have one bike, this would be a great bike to have. If you have more than one bike, it's still a great bike to have. It was comfortable. It was pleasing to be on. It sounded good. It was fun to be seen on. You know, especially the way Baxter Custom Works did all this, you know, all this neat stuff to it. And it's just a hoot of a bike to ride. Just a hoot of a bike to ride. All right, my friends, I am carrying on like a fool. I will catch up with y'all later. Wahoo! Hey y'all, we are over 400 miles into the ride. Just about home, maybe 30 miles, 30, 40, 20, 30, 40, something like that. We're at the location of the site of the first train robbery in the West, committed by the notorious Jesse James and his gang of outlaws, July 21st, 1873. I can still remember the day I found this place. Anyway, the bike is just running like a dream. It's just been a hoot. I love that pipe. Look at the coloring here, right here. And then check it out here at the joint. So what happens with pipes like these, and of course up here, as they heat up, you know, these things expand and they get tight and they fit better, they run better, they sound better, and you know, there's a real joy, a real pleasure to listening to the sound of it, you know, as it rolls down the road. When the electric bikes, if the electric bikes ever happen, what are we going to do about that, right? I mean, you can't make, this is so organic, you can't make that up. You can't put that over a speaker, you know. But what a treat it has been to ride. Just what a treat, you know. I've been trapped inside that beautiful helmet. Just a beautiful place to be. You know, we put Dad to rest today, and I've had a beautiful, you know, 8 hours on that bike so far. Just, I can't think of a better place to be on a, you know, on a beautiful day like this, especially a beautiful motorcycle like that, and beautiful helmet and good gear, and just, wow, what a ride, what a ride. You know, life is good. Good. I really appreciate Baxter's lending me this thing. So what are the highlights of this bike? Well, the pipe. Right now I would say it's the pipe and the tires. The tires seemed a little heavy at first, and they are, but I've been doing a lot of highway today. I did a lot of interstate, I did a lot of 2-lane blacktop, little town after little town. That's where I really got the pipe this thing, you know. And the tires, I've become kind of one with those. Those are pretty good tire, I would say. Shinkos, I can't remember what they are, 704, 705, something like that. Trailmasters, it says on that one. I'm not sure what the other one says. 705 on this one. Maybe a Trailmaster 70, whatever these are. Beautiful tire. 705, E705. Really enjoyed it. And the other one is these shocks. I like them. I think they need tuned in for me, and I don't know how to do it with that kind. And it also takes a lot of time to do that. You know, it takes really a couple 100 miles to tune in a pair of good shocks. But these YSS that they put on here, you know, it's really made the bike something else. And I might as well just add this. See these little things? I've started noticing this recently on the bikes. I know they've been there before, but I've just started paying attention to them. And you know, what a great way to, I know I don't have to hook tubes. I can just, wow, that's kind of loose. I can just hook to these things, and you know, one less thing to worry about, right? Got the right place for it. Another neat thing was this bag. I had a water bottle in here. I drank it all up at the last stop, but you know, that's kind of cool. And I have my GoPro in here, and just really been just a hoot of a ride. The old-fashioned GPS there. So this thing, I was looking at that, it pulls up like that. That's how you get your map in, right there, that little back flap. You put that on there, magnets to the tank. So that's how you, and I don't even know what place that is. Oh, it's Iowa. There's Omaha, right? But what a ride it has been. The other one is this taillight, and I wondered about that, but I think people can see it because I haven't had any flack from anybody. If this was my bike, what would I do to it? I'd put a different seat on it. It's the only thing I can come up with. What about the windscreen? Well, this bike isn't meant for a windscreen. This bike is meant for out in the open air. And you know, when you got a good helmet, a good full-face helmet, in this case I'm running that Shoei. What's that called? Neotech 2? Neotech 2, yeah. And it's a very comfortable, very nice place to be. You know, it's just been a, you know, it's got a sunshade and it's quiet, and relatively quiet, you know. And it's just been a hoot of a bike to run. Just a hoot of a thing to run with. I did bring my tent because I thought I was going to go camping, but it's just too hot, and I don't want a hotel, and I just thought, you know what, I'll just go home. So, and I had such a good ride up to the northeast Iowa that I thought I'd have a good ride home, right? So, a little bit of a wind breeze, you can see the windmills over yonder, just churning away, just barely moving along. That's Interstate 80 over yonder. Here's a sign. Jesse James Historical Site. Over yonder is Adair, I think it's Adair over there. What a beautiful machine, though. There's so much right here in the front of this. I just want to, I guess I can point it out again. You know, the pipe, the crash bars, this skid plate down here. You know, the boots on this, the raised fender, shorty fender, it looks like too. The headlight, these brackets, these, you know, this is an LED headlight. This neat little thing here, the tiny speedo, the hand guards, the bar end mirrors, you know, the wrap grips. There's just, you know, the risers here, you know, this bar here, you know, there's so much going on just right here alone. And then when you step back a little bit, of course, the pipe continues, the YSS shocks, you know, this tail tidy on the rear end, and the blinkers, and this nifty tail light, and you know, these little add-ons in the bags. Anyway, it's quite a deal. And of course, it's a black bike, but it's got the red and the gold, and that's kind of my favorite. That's kind of my favorite combination for some reason. It's just a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous machine. I really appreciate Baxter Cycle lending this thing to me. And I'm almost home, so what I think I'm gonna do is run home, unload my stuff, and then if they're still open, I'll take this back to the shop. If there's time. If there's not, I'll keep it another day, right? Life is good, right? If y'all are interested in a beautiful Royal Enfield like this one, a near used Royal Enfield Triumph Classic British bike of any type, Need parts, accessories, doodads, thingamajigs, shirts, shoes, gloves, jackets, snow hats, I don't know, socks and underwear for sure. Get yourself over to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, or go to baxtercycle.com. Tell those fine folks that Fuzzy Biker, that's me, sent you. And if you get a chance, try the Wahoo burger. Had one last night. #1. Loved it. Loved it. Hey, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to hop on that absolutely gorgeous motorcycle and finish my ride. Life is good. Get out there and live it. Wahoo. Yippee-yi-yay! Yippee-yi-yo! Down the road we go. Beautiful, beautiful machine.